let's talk about you now. All right.
Oh, my
So
favorite subject.
yeah. Let's talk about you. So where are you from? Where'd you go to law school? Like, give us the good details.
Sure. I'm Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I was born down in Houston, Texas. I was born in actually a kind of a really shady area, right between two much shadier areas. So I grew up for the first 10 years of my life, kind of in the hood, which was fun.
Okay.
That was in the 80s. And then my dad worked for Cray, the big computer people. All their computers are like 6 feet tall in the shape of a C. And then
Okay.
now they're the shape of a Walmart. They're these giant like server farms is what they look like.
Oh, dang. Okay.
But he worked for them, and they moved us up to Minnesota in the early 90s. And so then I lived up in this cold, frozen hellhole that is Minnesota. And from there, I went to college at this place called Southwest Minnesota State University with an undergrad in literature and creative writing. And then I got out of college and realized I needed to actually make money.
It's pretty important.
So I was like, oh, good. I'm glad I spent those 5 years doing nothing of import. And then I got married right during my last, I think it was right before my last year of college. So my wife and I moved to the Twin Cities. I started working for banks and ended up working in the brokerage services area of Thrivent Financial. And then moved out to the country, worked for Thrivent for a little while longer. Then that stopped, and I tried to find something to do in the country, but all of my skill set was in banking, and there's not a lot of banking other than retail stuff out in the country. So
Yeah.
I said, I can do law anywhere. And I went to law school, and it was William Mitchell College of Law. It's one of the old, it's like, I think it's the oldest nighttime law school in Minnesota for sure, but maybe in the country. They've also, it gets made fun of because it's a smaller school, but they produce 9 Supreme Court justices, 1 Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, and 8 Minnesota ones. But it was just a school. Like I'm talking about it, but it wasn't really
But
special.
it's a good school, though. I mean, obviously, it produced some high-ranking judges.
A long time ago. Let's not oversell the school. Let's not oversell this. That's their job. But yeah, so I went to the school. I had a family already at that point. I didn't go to law school till I was like 30 or 31.
Oh, okay.
And so I had a kid. I had a second kid coming my first semester, and then I ended up with 4 kids by the end of law school, or whatever, 3 or 4. I don't know.
Wait, you're not sure?
I really don't remember the timeline anymore.
But you know how many kids you do have, though, currently, right?
I have 5 now. Yes.
Okay.
I have 5 now. I just don't remember if the 4th one was out by the time that I finished.
Oh, good. That's the confusion. All right, good. Because could have been bad. Your wife's over there like, oh, I'm gonna get you when you get off this stream.
All I know is pregnancies while I'm going to law school 2 hours away are very stressful.
Right. My goodness, 3, possibly 4. So stressful, you're not even sure.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, then I graduated. I had my own firm for a couple years. I mean, I still do. I just don't do very much with it because now I'm on YouTube. And that's I've been on YouTube for a little over 3 years now, and that's kind of my main gig. I really like it. It's more fun than going to court.
I bet. Yeah, ranting online, it's pretty good. I got to be honest. It's new for me also, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, is
that when law-splaining was born?
Yeah. So a brief origin story of my channel.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a lawsuit between 2 internet old school people, Dick Masterson and Maddox. I don't know if you've heard of either of them.
I've heard of the former.
Dick?
Yeah.
Okay, Dick. So Dick Masterson had a show with Maddox, who Maddox is old school internet satire. Like I was reading Maddox's webpage in college or in high school.
A while ago.
It's called The Best Page in the Universe. They had a great podcast called the what was it? The biggest problem in the universe. And they basically each day they would bring in some problems, and then they would crowdsource what was the biggest problem in the universe on a list by the users voting for it. Really good show.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I like that.
After 2 years, they have a bad breakup and the show splits up. And then they each go start their own shows. And a little bit later, Maddox ends up suing Dick for $20 million.
What? Okay. So that's a ridiculous amount.
Oh, it's absolutely insane.
Okay.
So I'm sitting on my couch with my wife watching TV, and this thing pops up. And so I'm a fan. I pull up the documents. I start reading them. I said, this is the dumbest thing I've ever read in my entire life.
Okay.
So I'm going to go sit in front of my computer, drink whiskey, and I'll tell people what the lawsuit says. Cause I have spent too much money to get trained in this. And so I didn't have I had a YouTube channel, but it wasn't anything. It was like, I uploaded a clip of John Lithgow saying, "The devil's in here," from Footloose. And that was like it.
That was your main video.
Yeah, that was and it got, they claimed all my revenue from it. But no, so that was the only thing I had on there. And so I upload this video with no intention of this ever being a thing. I just wanted to upload it somewhere so I could share it in the Facebook group for Dick Masterson to tell people this lawsuit's ridiculous and here's why.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of took off and people liked the idea of some jerk sitting there drinking a bunch of liquor, reading lawsuits. And so the channel was born, but I started with this stupid name of Law-splaining the Interwebs. I wanted to pick
It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. It's so-so. Just,
it was designed to be like, like a 50-year-old man finds the internet and decides to do a show. That was the idea. And I was like, I know what I'll call it. And I was making fun a little bit of this guy named Ken White, who's Pope Hat. He's somehow a respected online legal commentator.
Okay.
And he did law-splaining stuff. His like blog, he would law-splain stuff to people. And I was like, this is an old man who found the internet. I can definitely emulate Old Man Who Found the Internet by just ripping off this title and adding interwebs to make it seem even stupider. So that's
nice. And
now I'm kind of stuck with it.
So you kind of it was a troll. You were trying to troll somebody and you ended up trolling yourself.
Yes.
You're like, damn, I got to go with it now.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. That's good.